What's going on, music producers? Welcome back to another video. This is Kobe with Sample Source, and in today's video what I'm going to be talking about is the difference between active and passive income, which one is better, which one you should pursue starting out, and which ones are the easiest to make income off of. So before I jump into the video, what I want to let you guys know is that if you want a free license agreement template, I have that below in the description, and that way you can, if you are dealing with an artist that needs an agreement to feel comfortable buying beats from you, maybe it's their first purchase they've made from you, or maybe they just don't trust you yet, then that is a great way to get your foot in the door and get that initial sale with that particular artist. I've used it 50 times at least to get sales, and this is for exclusives, customs, beat packs, leases, anything. So you can basically just fill in all the information. It's bolded and outlined so that you can just basically copy and paste your information into it directly. So if you want that free template, you can go below in the description and get that completely for free. So to jump into the video, I'm going to discuss all of the sources of active income first, then the passive income sources, and then we're going to kind of do some analysis and see which one is better. And this is obviously going to be situational, so let's get to it. The first one that I want to talk about concerning active income is going to be posting beats on Instagram. This is basically like uploading the visualizers. Maybe you're doing the finger drumming on your MIDI keyboard that has a drum pad. Maybe you are simply breaking it down with an instrument that you use to make beats, or you're just vibing out to your beat and you're posting it. And that way it's giving you some kind of visual for the beat. You can do this with visualizers, all different kinds of editing software. So that is one way that you can make income off of Instagram. If you don't believe me, I usually make anywhere from $400 to $800 a month just from posting my beats. And that's, with exclusive sales, leases, and selling samples, that I've even made in those videos. If producers hit me up and want particular samples and it happens to be in a pack, I'll sell that to them. So there's a lot of different ways that you can make income from just posting your work. And the reason I call this active is because for a couple of reasons. The first one being that it takes so much time for you to actually create the post to upload. So you have to do a lot of presentation before you actually upload and post that. So that's the first reason. The second reason is that usually an artist will not navigate to your beat store, click the link, go and look up the exact name of the beat, and then purchase that beat. It's just a huge process through Instagram. It's a terrible system to sell beats because it's not direct. So a lot of times what they'll do is direct message you, and you'll have to carry on a conversation with them for maybe even a few days or weeks before they actually purchase that particular beat. So that's the reason I call it active income. So the second one we're going to be talking about is related to that one, and that is sending DMs. So this can not only be on Instagram, it can be on any social media platform. It can be through text. It can even be, sending email blasts to interested artists, that you're reaching out to. So that is a form of active income, and it's very hands-on. It's very much relational. It's something that I love to do, and I have so much experience doing it because I've sent thousands and thousands of direct messages, and therefore I figured out specific ways to sell beats through that. So that's definitely a great way to get your foot in the door and sell beats. If you're not able to get organic traffic just from uploading your beats, maybe it's not getting a lot of views, or maybe you're uploading to YouTube and you're not getting a lot of views. So you're going to go with the direct message route and send a mass amount of DMs, of personalized DMs for artists, not spam. And that way you can get relationships with artists and eventually get some sales out of it. So that's the second way you can do that, and I have a lot of experience, like I said, with that. Not to boast, but I have made over $50,000 off of sending DMs. So I consider myself like a quote expert in doing that. So if you have any questions with that, then my Instagram is below. It's at KobeBeats_official, and you can just DM me on there. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. I help producers get sales, and that's basically why this channel exists. So please feel free to reach out to me on there. The third way and final way of active income is with custom beats. This is the most active, most hands-on way to sell beats, and it's not necessarily my favorite thing to do, but I love to help artists. And whenever they're not finding what they need on my beat store, or they're not finding what they need online, and they come to me and ask me to make a custom beat for them, then that's something that I'm happy to help them with. And I'll sit down with them through Zoom. I'll get on calls with them, and we'll talk about what they specifically want. And the upside of that is that you can earn a lot of money from it in a short amount of time. The downside is that it's quite expensive for an artist to just shell out hundreds of dollars like that for one beat. And the other downside is that it's so much work. It's a lot of active work to get that done. So that's the third and final way, active income. And I help producers to sell custom beats. So if you need help with that, I offer consultations and things like that. So you can hit me up, link in the description, or you can email me if you're interested in sitting down one-on-one. We can get on a Zoom call, and I will be happy to help you to sell more custom beats and build your business professionally. So and build it up so that you're earning hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a month from selling custom beats and exclusives and things like that. So if you're interested in that, then make sure you send me an email. You can DM me on Instagram, or there's a link in below where you can actually book a consultation with me for an hour. So that is the last way actively that I know of. If you know of any other active sources of income or passive that I discuss in the coming sections, then make sure that you comment below, and I can make a follow-up video, or I can address some of those with replying to comments. So the first form of passive income that I know of, in one of my favorite ways to make money online, is what I call selling samples B2B. So there's two ways to do this. You can make sample packs and basically sell them to producers, or you can send samples for free to producers and split the sales 50-50, which is my favorite way to do it. And what B2B means, if you don't know, is business to business. Since producers are all business owners, we are all businesses, so you're going business to business. And the other way you can do it is business to customer, or B2C, and that's basically selling your beats to artists, which are your customers. They're they're not necessarily businesses. Some of them are just doing it as a hobby or something like that. But the reason that I love to split sales is because you can get so much revenue coming in automatically if you get a hot beat with one of these YouTube producers that has a nice channel. They have a viral following. I have made over, I think, almost $2,000 off of one sample that I sent to one producer off of one beat. So it's pretty crazy if you get it with one of the more viral producers online, and he only had 20,000 subscribers. And I don't want to say only, that's a lot, but consider he's not Cash Money AP, but he still is making a lot of money online. So you can do this as well. You can start doing this. You can hit up producers from YouTube. You can hit them up on Instagram. And Kyvie actually has a really good video on this. If you look him up, you can find it. If you need the link to it, just comment below, and I can give you more resources on that. But he's earned over $600,000 from that in just a few years. He's not even 25, I think, yet. He's made a lot of money selling samples. So if you're good at sample making, you can build up this as a business, and you don't actually have to even sell beats online to make thousands of dollars a month. I think he was making $30,000 a month using that method. I've earned over $1,800 in a single month using this one method. So make sure you take advantage of that. Basically, you just have to develop a relationship with these producers, and then you just send them samples every month. He sends them to him every day. So we have different philosophies on this, but you can definitely make a lot of money if you have good samples. So that's the first way to earn passive income online. The second way I'm going to include is a little bit outside of the box of the online internet business, and this is going to be with publishing percentages. And I have earned, I want to say, over $15,000 off of all of the different royalties that I have coming in. And so this is basically, if you get a placement and you're earning publishing on that and you're collecting it, then you can get consistent checks coming in every single month. And so you don't actually have to even sell your beats to an artist. You can just go and send them to them for free, and whenever they come out with a song and give you a percentage on that, you can collect that using your performance rights organization or PRO, such as ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC if you live in Canada, I believe. So there's a lot of different ways to collect royalties. It's very confusing, so do your research on that so you know all the different royalties that you can collect on. I know one of my favorite royalties that I was able to collect using a third party is the microsync royalty, and this is just through YouTube. It's basically they post a music video and you have ownership in the song if you own a master royalty share of that, I believe. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on this, but I just from one song, which was Rod Wave's Freestyle, I did the guitar on that. I had maybe 3% of the master royalty, I want to say, and not a whole lot of publishing royalty, but I was still able to make a consistent $100 to $200 a month passively off of just the microsync royalty, which is basically the synchronization of the audio and the video. I'm still able to get paid from that. So and that check still comes in every single month like clockwork. So it can pay you for a very long period of time. So don't downplay publishing, don't downplay royalties. That's something that can definitely earn you a lot of money in the long run if you build up a catalog. And you can also basically sell that catalog to publishers which want to go and buy the rights from you so that they can go and capitalize off of that publishing in the long run. So it can definitely become very, very valuable overall long term. The third way to make money passively is uploading to BeatStars or YouTube. And this seems pretty obvious. You might say that why would you even say something generic like that? But just from uploading beats, some people can earn thousands of dollars a month doing that. So and that's not been my experience. I've uploaded beats to YouTube. Maybe I think I want to say I uploaded them up until 2018, and I made a few sales, but they were never actually passive. It was from people, which is ironically hitting me up on Instagram and through DMs, and then me selling the beat that way. But you can make money just from them following the BeatStars link and buying that from YouTube, and that way all you have to do is prepare a visual, make the beat, upload it, and then you have money coming in if you have a good channel that's getting a lot of views, which is getting harder and harder to do, but it's still definitely something that can work. The other way is by uploading to BeatStars. I've earned money passively that way, organically. You just have sales that come in randomly sometimes, and this was happening to me for a while. I don't get as many organic sales these days, but I have pivoted my business to more of a custom beats business model. So if you want to build that up, then you can, and that way, just from uploading your beats and artists swiping through, they can see your beat and purchase it. The last way that I want to include is through email, sending email blasts. This isn't from scraping emails off of Twitter. This is not from spamming people that you find online that are artists that you want to get in touch with from Facebook groups and all that stuff. This is from actually collecting emails the legal way and then sending emails to people who already want to receive them. So I've built up my email list to almost 2,000 now at the time of this recording, and I'm able to make money every single month from just sending out emails pretty consistently, 1 to 2 times a week, and that way you can just send the emails out. You can put your beats in them. You can attach your new beats to them and have them click on the individual ones. You can attach your site and put coupons and sales and stuff like that in there. And I sell custom beats through email. I sell exclusives through email. I tell people to text me, things like that. And it can be a passive source of income or an active source. So this is kind of one of those iffy ones, but what I like to do is to just attach my beats and just put, like Her type beat, Daniel Caesar type beat, Summer Walker type beat. And then I'll put some text above that says like, hey, check out these 3 new beats that I have. Let me know which ones you like. If you want to purchase them, then put this code in, or you can follow the link and purchase from my site. So that's a way to make passive income. You just go and put in that initial upfront work, and then let the money flow in if you have interested artists that are interested in buying beats from you. So that is the third and final way to make passive income. So hopefully that explained all the sources. Again, if I didn't get to every source of income, make sure you leave a comment below letting me know what I missed out on so that I can address that in a video upcoming. Okay, so now that I've explained all of these sources of income, what I want to talk about is which one is better. And so the benefit of passive income is that you can put in a lot of hard upfront work and then reap the fruit of your labor later on. And that is a great way to make money online. Like I said, especially with sending samples, or even hosting your beats on somebody else's page can be a great way to make passive income. And that way you've put in the upfront work and then you make money for a long period of time before you actually have to do any more upfront work again. Whereas active income, you have to go and do the work, you get the money, and then you have to do the work again and again and again. So that's the downside of active income. Now, the upside of active income is that it's very predictable if you have a system set up. So like for DMs, I figured out that every 8 out of 100 people that I DM'd on Instagram is eventually going to purchase from me. And that was working like clockwork. And that way I knew that if I message 1,000 people, I'm going to get 80 sales. And so that really made me make a system where I put in tons of work every single month, but then I'm getting consistent amount of sales that I can live off of and get some bread from. So that is the upside of active income, is that it's predictable, and you can make a system to whereas you can predict the income that's coming in, basically the amount that's even coming in. So it's a great way to make money. In long term, you want to build up that passive income because it's going to be more scalable. And so that's another upside of passive income, is that you can scale up a system and you do the same amount of work and get a higher ceiling on the return. So that's the upside of passive income. So starting out, I would start with active income. I would start with doing custom beats. I would start with DMing people, build that up. Once you get up to $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, you can start adding these passive sources of income. If you add passive sources of income, the best way to scale those is by doing one and then just growing that one source of income up. So I have a list of, I want to say 45 music producers that I send out samples to, and it makes me anywhere from $800 to $1,800 a month from just sending 10 samples to them every single month. And that's once a month. So you can think about that and see how scalable that is, because if I was sending to 400 producers and they were all of the same caliber that I'm sending to currently, then I could make 10 times that amount of money. I could make $20,000 a month on the high end, and I'm doing the exact same amount of work. So it's much more scalable. Whereas if I'm sending DMs, it's going to be a little bit harder to make more money because I have to send more DMs. So that is the breakdown. And the way that I would start out, if you haven't got your first sale already, then I would send out beat packs. I would make packs of beats. I would make some snippets of them that are tagged and send out snippets to artists and see who's interested. And then you can send them, once they pay you, you can send them the full pack, and that way they can get their money's worth out of that. And I made a video on that. I'll put it up on this side of the screen here if I remember to do so. And that way you can see how to sell your first beat pack. And I'll also put up a DM of somebody that messaged me on Instagram, got a sale using the info. And so I was super excited about that it helped somebody to get their first sale using those methods. And it's helped multiple producers to get their first sale using this exact system. So that's the first step. The second step that I would do starting out is sending DMs to people on Instagram. So you can start sending DMs, developing relationships with artists, and then getting sales from that. Thirdly, I would start doing custom beats. If you have a proclivity towards that and you want to do that, then sell custom beats. If artists are interested in getting custom work from you, then do that and sell it to them at a heavily discounted price and build up your portfolio of artists that want to do that every single month. And you can easily scale that up to $1,000 a month. It's $2,000 a month and higher just by doing that at pretty affordable prices for artists. And thirdly, what I would do is start learning how to make samples and create them and cultivate a list of producers that you can send to business and split the sales in half and send it to them every single month. Make 10, 20 samples and send out very, very consistently. and build up your passive income stream. And you always want to be posting content. You want to be building your brand, because in the long term, if your brand blows up, then that's going to be your most valuable asset that you have. So hopefully this video has helped you in some way, shape, or form. If it has, then please subscribe. I'll be coming up with new videos soon. I'll also be dropping my new video course very, very soon on how to do outreach to artists on Instagram. So super excited about that. I'll have more updates soon through email. I appreciate all the support so far, and I will see you guys in the next video.